Om. How is my soul evolved? How much I have traveled in my life journey? What event or action in my life can help me to evolve myself more? We are sent on this materialistic plane or in this materialistic universe. It can be Earth or some other planet. Planets can change. But here we are sent by God to complete our life purpose. And when we finish our life purpose, when we complete it, we are sent to the state of moksha. There, a particular duration is given, that for that duration, the soul will stay in the moksha, and after that, it will again take birth and again start the life journey. Yes, that is the true information. That is the true knowledge, Satya knowledge. There is no rest and peace in the Vedic word, in the Vedic wisdom, on the Vedic path. There is the evolution and then evolution and then evolution. Now, from astrological point of view, if someone wants to check, the thing is that when you reach to the state of Kaivalya, then only you are able to connect to your Turiya Avastha or the Turiya Sharir, the fourth body. So we have physical body, spiritual body, emotional body. The fourth body, we only connect when we reach to that level. And only then we can get the access, the ability to see our past lives or what we have done or what we have got. But a normal person cannot do that. That is why God gave us the wisdom of Vedanga, Jyotish, by which we can see various things, various hidden parts of our life or our soul journey, like previous life. We can even get the assumption of future life or future. We can do predictions based on the patterns, universal energy, and connection between the universal energy and our mind energy. Now, before I share the technique that how you see the evolution of your soul and how you see what aspect of what thing in life can help you to reach there, first let's understand what is soul. There are so many concepts and questions and doubts about it. What Veda says, soul is a white light, a very tiny, very small white light. Even I cannot show you one example. But you can use your creativity and understand the size of soul. Rishi gives the example when I was in Gurukul sitting and learning the Vedas. I asked a question to my Guru. My body is so big, at least my soul should be the size of this thumb. Right? What is the size of my soul? He started laughing and he said, your thumb is too big. Your body is too big. Your soul, he had this needle. This needle was there. And he took that needle and he said, all souls of this whole universe, not just Earth, but from all this materialistic universe, from every galaxy, every planet, if you take all souls together, they will all sit on this needle, the tip of the needle. How tiny is that? I was surprised. That is so small. He said, that is. This big body is controlled by that tiny soul. Now the soul has made with the 7 colors. We have learned Vibgyor, the 7 energies. and the eighth is the dark energy. Now scientists are finding that out, doing research and studies on that. In Vedas it is already given. The seven colors and the black color means the dark energy mixed together and creates the white energy. That is soul. Now where it lives, again, soul lives here in the heart. Where is your heart? On the left side. There is another misconception which is about heart chakra. In the West, this concept is of chakras, it's quite popular. And they consider chakra to be here. This is the heart chakra in the middle, You can see in the middle here, this is the heart chakra. But there is a slight mistake. This can be the chest or breast chakra. It is in the center point of your breast or your chest. Okay. So for my chest, I can say this is the center point of my chest. But where is the heart chakra? No, where is your heart? Your heart is here on the left side. For some exception or exceptions, it can be on the right also. For some people, they have on the right, but generally it is for left. No, the ones who have in right, their heart chakra will be on the right side. Why? Because the energy of soul is in the heart, and that tiny soul lives in the heart, which is either left or right side, not in the middle. Okay? So if I say I want to connect to my soul, I want to put my hand on the place where my soul lives, or where is my soul, where is the home and office of my soul, this is here, on the left side of my chest. So we know now where is the soul, what size it is, what color it is. Now, does it changes the color? We have heard about the aura, that every person has a different color of, that is not there. Okay. Because every soul is of same color, it is the white. So for everyone it is white, for the soul. Okay. Yes, one person with jaundice can look yellowish. One person after getting poisoned can look bluish. That is a different scenario. When I was born, one of my aunt, I was a very tiny child, and my aunt, she gave me this poison. She had this on her finger. She came to give me blessings, and she just touched here. The poison was, children, they start licking anything. So I was also such a fool child, and that poison when went in my body, that was a light poison. We call it the kuchla, that is a herb we use that is poisonous, but also after taking the poison out, you can use it as a herb for medicinal purposes. So now when it went into my system, it reacted and it created a unique type of jaundice situation. The color of my body was literally changing. It was getting blue, sometimes they will look at me yellow, sometimes green, and even doctors were surprised that what is it? Some said it is a ghost, some said it is black magic, but actually it was the poison. Okay. So that is a situation that can be done, but aura does not have a color. It is the white light of soul which is there. Now there is soul, we know about it. Now there is mind. Mind is different. Mind is here. Soul is here, mind is here. Okay. Now the mind is the energy form, a software, but it works as a mirror. So mind has a perception, a picture, a mirror image of soul over it. So mind is like a mirror which has the glimpse or the image of soul over it. So mind thinks and works as if it is the soul. Okay? It works and thinks and feels as if it is the soul. Whereas soul is different. It is here, which is pure, which cannot get afflicted by anything. You cannot kill, you cannot burn, you cannot corrupt it. Soul is pure for every being. Soul is always pure. It is the mind, and in that mind, the mirror image of soul which get corrupted. So when we say that your soul is corrupted, or your soul is pure, we are basically talking about the mirror image of soul in the mind. Because the original soul, we don't have to say it. It is pure for me, for you, for everyone. Okay, it is always pure. Now, let's come to the main point. How to see the evolution of soul, how much you have traveled, what asset, what tool you need in this life to get evolved in your life, to evolve your soul, or to be precise, to evolve the mirror image of your soul in your mind. Okay, now remember that when we are saying soul, we are talking about the mirror image of soul in the mind basically. In the Yajurveda 13th chapter, Shiv Sankalp Sukta, Rishi or God has explained it better, and Rishis have done commentary over it. You can read that, or you can learn that from the Gurukul. Now, in the birth chart, we take the whole universe as of 360 degree, where Earth is the center. Okay, Earth is the Lagna, the ascendant, rising sign, and the whole universe around it is 360 degree. Now, in that concept, you see all 12 zodiac sign, 12 rashis are divided. This whole universe is divided into 12 parts. Each is called a rashi, and one rashi or one zodiac sign is of 30 degree. Okay, clear that? Now we know in the Vedic concept that there are 12 Aditya. Sun travels one sign in one day, 1 degree in 1 day. Sun travels 1 degree in 1 day, so one sign it covers in 1 month. So every month sun is in different sign. So for every month, rishis have given a different name that is called Aditya. So there are 12 Aditya, one Aditya in one sign. For example, in the Pisces it will be called the Vishnu Aditya. So there are different names. Okay. Now, soul is traveling. Soul is traveling. Now you see the sign and you see all the planets in your chart. Maybe they are in different sign. Do not go to that. You just open your birth chart, the software, and there you check at what degree your planet is. Whatever the planet you have. Yes, I'm using Atmakarak technique here, okay? So if you feel like, oh, it's looking connected like Atmakarak, so that is where we are going. Now, you see that Atmakarak, what is Atmakarak? Atmakarak is the planet who has traveled more comparative to other zodiac, other planets. Planets are the consciousness, the representation of your consciousness in this materialistic world are planets. Now you see that sign is basically the field where you are walking. Okay. So you see all the planets and you see how far that planet has gone. One planet is at 2 degree, it has walked 2 degree. One is at 10, so it has walked 10 degree. So you see how much the planet has walked in your chart. You leave Ketu because Ketu shows moksha, freedom, so it doesn't show the evolution of that mirror image of your soul. So you see other 8 planets: Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn and Rahu. All these 8 planets we will consider. You see out of them how far the planet has moved or traveled. The one who has traveled in the sign farthest, means far from others, will be called the representer of soul or Atma Karak, the Karak or representer of soul. Now that planet will tell you where it is placed in the Navamsha, what conjunction, what connections it is making there, or what is that planet. That will tell you how far you have traveled. Secondly, the significance of that planet will help you understand what you need to do to get better, to evolve yourself. For example, I have my Atmakarak moon. Moon is acting as an Atmakarak in my chart. Moon represents emotions. Moon represents the, if you say country, then it will represent food industry. For a person, it represents food. Moon represents your counselors, emotions, sharing of knowledge, mass public. So how I do various things. Okay, I have done development. I have done masters in computer science. I develop apps. I develop websites. I write books. I teach people Jyotish, Vastu, Veda, Upanishad, Darshan, the Vedic philosophy, and different things. I do various things in my life. But what I enjoy connecting to people, helping them getting a stable emotional level in their life. Being a counselor is what my soul enjoys. What helps me to feel complete, to feel fulfilled. When there is a person, I help that person, I listen to their problem, I guide them to have more stable, more stabilized emotions, to heal their emotional conscious mind. Moon is connected to the emotional conscious mind. So when I help them to complete, to heal their emotional conscious mind, that is what gives me the feel of evolution. That is, I have achieved something in my life today. The same way, the planets can help you with that. Now again, the house in Navamsha, the placement in Navamsha, it's from Atmakarak we see, we make a different chart like we were doing from Moon, the same way we do from Atmakarak. So everything is visible there. Okay. That is the best technique. You use Atmakarak and how far it has traveled. Now, one question here before I finish, one question is here for all of you. Write the answer in comment, and anyone who gets the right answer before others will get a free reading, a free counseling, free consultation on your chart. The question here is why we only take Rahu and how we take Rahu as an Atmakarak. How we calculate if a person has Rahu at 3 degree in Taurus sign, what you tell about the Atmakarak of that person. So there is Rahu as 3 degree. Okay. Now I want to see how many of you have developed your Mars, your logic inside you, and are ready to become a true Jyotish. Write your answers in comment, and we will get back to you if you are the one who has truly developed the logic in you. Bless you.